Hello, good morning everybody. Let me introduce myself. My name is Wira Satriawan and my partner Pramita Lutfi going to present our discussion about TOEFL IBT, or we know as internet-based test. What is TOEFL IBT? TOEFL IBT, or internet-based test, is one of the most recent type of international tests with an online system that has replaced computer-based tests, or CBT, and paper-based tests, PBT. This is the only test that measures all four academic English skills, which is reading, listening, speaking, and writing. The test consists of four sections, each measuring one of the basic language skills, and all tasks focus on language use in an academic higher education environment. It is recommended that you have basic typing skills in order to complete this exam in timely manner. The benefit of TOEFL EPT. Number one, evaluates time management and analytical thinking skill. Number two, improve English skill, communication skill. Number three, provide new opportunity. Number four, understanding about TOEFL IBT. And the last, for applying scholarship in abroad. TOEFL IBT skills. A reading section of between 60 to 100 minutes, which involves reading 3 to 5 pages containing 12 to 14 questions in each. A listening session of between 60 to 90 minutes, which involves 6 to 9 passages containing 5 to 6 questions in each. A speaking section, which lasts 20 minutes and involves 6 spoken times. A writing section, which lasts for 5 minutes and involves 2 tasks, which need completion. TOEFL score skills. The skill of listening, the score range is 0 to 30. In the level high, you get a point 22 to 30. Intermediate, if you get a points 15 to 21, and low is 0 to 14. TOEFL IBT listening session. The listening session of the TOEFL internet-based test include 4 to 6 academic lecture exam, each 3 to 5 minutes in length, and 2 to 3 conversation on a variety of general topic relevant to university life. Approximately 3 minutes each. Students answer 6 questions per lecture and 5 questions per conversation, and total section timing range from 60 to 90 minutes. Listening session exercises are delivered by audio recording, and pictures on the computer screen indicate both the context of the exercise, the number of speakers. Listening section scale score are from 0 to 30. Listening section exercise. TOEFL IBT listening section exercise are intended to duplicate either classroom lecture or common administrative tests. Lecture topics are taken from a variety of academic subjects in the arts and science, such as architecture, music, biochemistry, computer science, and anthropology. Lecturers can feature either a single speaker or the instructor, or classroom discussion, or interaction between the instruction and several students. Conversations are either based at office hours or service encounters with university staff. Each listening session exercise will be played only once on the exam, but students are permitted to take notes on all IBT listening section exercise.
Types of listening section exercise. The first one is identifying main ideas. These types will ask you to identify the main idea of the recording, such as why the conversation is taking place or what the central topic is. The second one is identifying details. You will often be asked to recall a specific detail from a recording, such as a general fact mentioned by a speaker. The third one is recognizing organization. You may be asked to answer questions about its organization. This type of question could deal with the overall structure of the recording. The next one is recognizing inference. This type of question asks you to indicate what is indicated by a speaker in the recording rather than what is explicitly stated. The next one is recognizing speaker's tone. This type of question requires you to identify the speaker's attitude, such as how strongly they feel about an idea. The next one is understanding function. This type of question will probably focus on a specific sentence in the recording, asking you to identify the meaning of the phrase in the context of the wider extract. And then the last one is sorting items into categories. If the recording was from a scientist explaining the cause of climate change, for example, you may be asked to sort them into two categories, such as short-term and long-term. Tips to face the TOEFL exam. The first one is know what to expect. The most important tips for preparing for any exam is to know what you're facing. The second one is take good notes as you listen. You will only hear the recording once, so you must listen carefully and take notes. The next one is revise question word. Review the question word in English and what information they require from you. The next one is read each answer carefully. Read each one carefully, taking note of the subtitle difference in wording between similar choices. The next one is stick to the timing. Note down your timing on the side of your paper and stick to it. And then the next one is get used to spoken English. Play the radio in English, watch the news in English, listen to English music, and watch English film. Listening practice. Please listen to the audio and answer the question below.
Now listen to a conversation between a student and a professor.
Hi, Professor. You got a minute?
Sure, Christine. Did you pick up your paper yet? I just finished grading them and I was really impressed with yours.
Really?
Of course, I loved your arguments. And what you wrote about farming for less than $10 a day, it really has incredible real-world applications. I can tell you put a lot of thought into this paper.
Speaking of real-world applications, that's sort of what I wanted to talk to you about, the student exchange program.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Are you thinking of going somewhere? That's a great program.
Well, I have a couple of places in mind, but I really have my heart set on Guatemala.
What draws you to Guatemala?
I think Guatemala would be the most relevant place for me. It would be perfect to go there so I can do some research about my ideas.
I can see where you're coming from, Christy. I think you have some good reasons. I hate to tell you this, but the exchange program in Guatemala is only for Spanish majors, and the Spanish department is usually pretty strict about that.
No, there has to be some way I can go. I've already done so much research about it. Guatemala is perfect for my research. It has the exact type of agricultural practices, economy, and environmental conditions I want to study and explore.
You make a fair argument, but have you thought of other places? I really wouldn't want you to get your hopes up since it's a program run by the Spanish department, and I can't remember the last time a student was able to go who wasn't a Spanish major.
That doesn't seem fair. Is there nothing I can do? They must have let someone go before who isn't a Spanish major, right? I mean, I know some Spanish, if that's any consolation.
Look, I want you to have the opportunity to go, and I agree that it could be an ideal place for your research. Since you are very passionate about going, I'll talk to the person in charge of the situation and see if they can find a way to accommodate you.
Really, Professor? Thank you. That means so much to me.
I think you should prepare a solid argument to present to the Spanish department just in case. Can you do that?
Of course, absolutely. I'll do anything. I'll be ready.
Okay, glad to hear it. Let me talk to the department and I will let you know if anything changes, okay?
Okay, thanks, Professor.
Now, answer the questions. 1. Why does the student go to see the professor?
The answer of this question is A. C and D are never mentioned in the conversation. The professor says explicitly that the program in Guatemala is only for Spanish majors. Therefore, Christy technically cannot go in. In addition, the professors mentioned twice that the Spanish department generally doesn't let students who are not Spanish majors go on the trip, even though the Spanish department is in charge. The reason she cannot go is that she is not a Spanish major, which is why B is incorrect. The explanation. Question with question mark why asks you to identify what the main purpose of the conversation or lecture is. The purpose question often looks for the overall purpose of the dialogue or why the dialogue happens in the first place, but not any specific detail. You should only focus on the big picture of the dialogue for this question. Maybe that's all from our team. Thank you for your attention and sorry if we have any mistakes. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.